Hey everyone, this is Julie Campbell for Two Peas in a Bucket, and it's finally Friday. So today I have a card to share with you today, and we're going to be working with some different types of washi tapes to create a really cute and trendy chevron pattern card. So to start out, I just have two pieces of scrap cardstock. These I've cut to 5 inches by 5 inches squared, and then I just kind of went through and selected different types of washi tapes that I had on hand. These are all from different manufacturers, but a really good place to find these is in the boutique section of Two Peas in a Bucket. So what we're going to do, we're just going to create a striped pattern using some different washi tapes. So, and basically washi tape it's a Japanese masking tape that has a really cute pattern on it. You can use these for lots of different things. Today I'm just going to show you how to make chevrons. So basically, I'm just going to make strips, and this is adhesive backed thin tape. And just make sure you cover your entire strip of cardstock. This will allow you to have more of the pattern showing later when we create our strips for our chevron pattern. So I'm just going to continue this pattern that I've created all the way up on both sides of my cardstock sheets. And just continue all the way up on both of them. So once you're finished with that, you'll end up with something that looks like this. And then you can just turn that over. You can either just trim off your excess tape, or you can just fold it over. Since it is adhesive backed, this is also an easy thing to do. So you just continue folding that over, and you're going to end up with a piece of cardstock, or actually two pieces of cardstock that look like this. The next thing that we're going to do, we are going to measure a diagonal. Let's see, let me find my ruler. And what we want to do is, I'm going to use my white pen here just because my other one is not handy, but I'm just going to make a line here from corner to corner. Okay, and then on your other piece of cardstock, we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to make the line going the opposite direction. So we'll have, on one piece of cardstock, the line goes this way, and the other one, the line goes this way. And what we're going to do with your paper trimmer, you'll just cut right along that diagonal, and then we're going to cut strips. And just make sure, it doesn't really matter how wide your strips are, you just want them to be uniform. So I'm going to be using my paper trimmer, and my strips I'm going to cut are about 3/4 of an inch wide. So I will be right back, and I will have those paper strips that I've cut. Okay, I'm back from making my different angled cuts, and as you can see, for this square, our angle came from the left top to the bottom right, and then for this square we went from the right top corner to the bottom left corner, and it's very important that you have different angles for your cuts to make the chevron pattern, and I'll show you why. Just wanted to show you how this ended up looking here. So you'll have all these different strips. So basically we're going to take a strip from each of the different squares, and we're going to match them up until we create a chevron pattern. So you just keep working with it until you get a panel. We're trying to get an area that will fit a square, a 4x4 square area. Okay, so I'm just going to work with this just a little bit more. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to start adhering our strips of paper onto this 4x4 square. Okay, now that our 4x4 square is finally covered, I can turn that over, and I'm just going to trim off the excess. Okay, now we are left with our chevron squared panel, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere it onto a piece of, this is denim paper by Crepe Paper's Random Collection. It's probably my favorite paper of all paper right now. I love this pattern paper. And before I adhere that, I'm just going to wrap a piece of white ribbon around this panel. I'm just going to tie a knot here in the corner. Okay, and then just going to trim the ends of my ribbon to make them shorter, but when I trim them, excuse me, I'm going to make a little notch on the end so that it mimics the chevron pattern that we have created with our washi tape. That was a little long. Let me trim it just a bit here. Okay, now I'm going to adhere our panel. Okay, then from this point, I'm just going to go ahead and adhere our card front onto our card base. And then I'm just going to take a white gel pen, and I'm going to create some faux stitching around the exterior of this border. This is a really great gel pen. Let's see, this is the Signo Pigment, the White Pigment Ink gel pen by Uniball. And it never clogs, and it's nice and opaque. It's my favorite white pen. So just continue to go until you've gone all around this border. Okay, and then we're just going to add a sentiment onto our card. I'm going to do that with some stickers. I'm going to use, this is Fancy Pants Off to School collection. They're alpha stickers. And I like to work backwards. So I'm going to start with the last letter and work my way to the left. That way I make sure that I don't run out of room before I get to the end of my card, even though this is, I'm just going to spell out the word hi, so I think I probably could have done this without any problem, but in general that's how I like to work. Okay, and there we have our finished card, making chevron patterns with washi tape. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Have a great Friday.